is the Odyssey Boy.blogspot.com. This is our media review website. So imagine us being plugged in, but like not. Here we go. I created the applesauce computer program. I'm going to open that up in a new tab because we have to talk about this new application. I'm Sadie's affirmation app that girls lay review democracy dies in dancing. So this is the show. I put an image here. So let me see if I can reload the page. There was an image there yesterday. Okay, I checked. It's not showing you the image, so that's that. So that girl Lele is a TV show from Netflix that only received one season, and it is better than that stupid TV show from Disney. Where there it is. There we go. Yes, you can see the image. This makes a lot more sense here. So this image is actually pretty important. It's better than that TV show from Disney where they kind of like roller skate around for. It's like make teen sitcoms great again. Come on, just no. Anyway, Nickelodeon, that girl Lele. So I guess Nickelodeon better than Disney. This one time. Actually, no, Nickelodeon is pretty good. You know, Zoe 101, iCarly. So yeah, but you know, Disney has a whole bunch of good sitcoms that we don't watch because we don't have Disney Plus. Anyway, tangent here. So we have Sadie here who's in the back in the blue jacket, and Lele is this girl who comes out of an affirmation application. It was essentially like animated ChatGPT because you talk to it, it talks back to you, and it talks to you like in interesting like natural language as well. And she's like really interested in fashion, as you can see from this. And Sadie wishes that Lele from the application becomes the person. She comes into the school, and like this entire show kind of makes sense. Like other than the whole she was born from an app things, and she has app features like she can run really fast because it'll be like holding down two features on my video. She can teleport by breathing in because it's like sleep mode or something like that. So she has these superpowers that are related to the application. But apart from that, like she's pretty normal. Sadie's normal, right? But like this show does not make sense because they're so scared that people are going to find out that her cover story is that she's an exchange student from Houston, Texas. People are scared that she's going to find out she's from an app, which is like that jump. It's just like, who's going to jump from, wow, this kid shouldn't be here. I wonder what the number one thing is. Yep, she's from an app. She's from an app. She looks like an app. Are you hearing yourself talk right now? She's from an app? That doesn't even make sense. And of course, they actually didn't leak it to her brother who blackmails her for a few days until she like dies. All right, anyway. So she has special powers loosely tied to a phone that features like pause mode, speed up mode, 2 times speed. So it's a typical modern teen sitcom, which, I mean, maybe the camera quality has gotten so good it doesn't really look or feel like a sitcom, but it does have all the sitcom flavors in it. So they have this place called like Burger Barn or Burger Shack where the teens all like locally hang out. Which this isn't every teen sitcom ever. You know, in iCarly, you have like that burger place that the teens hang out. I guess it's a burger place in there too. In Zoe 101, they hang out at the they kind of hang out at the little hangout areas in the school. In Bella and the Bulldogs, they hang out at this like Western school, there's Western restaurant place here. And I'm trying to think of another teen sitcom that I've seen. Drake and Josh. They kind of hang out at the theater place and eat popcorn. So they always have these like teen hangouts, which in real life, there's not really a teen hangout in place. Where do they hang out in Victorious? I can't remember. But like in real life, you don't really hang out at, well, at least I don't. Of course, you know, I may be completely detached from real life because, you know, like thousands and thousands of people are just out there in the middle of random public places dancing, and I haven't seen any of it. But, you know, I don't think I'm that detached from public life to think that, you know, teens just have like in one town, and it's not like a super small town, in one town where all the teens like kind of hang out together in like one place. So I think that's a typical sitcom thing. Back to the thing. It's not as music heavy as Aaron and Aaron or sitcom classic as Zoe 101, but Layla is a bold, bling out, musically gifted teen from outgoing than the shy, brainy Sadie. She uses a ChatGPT-like voice tool to boost her confidence and become more engaged. She has a quirky family too. Her parents are an advertising jingle duo, which is, I mean, they are doing well for themselves just for writing jingles for advertising. So maybe I should get into that business. Her 10-year-old brother is like a stock broker investor guy. So in the first story arc, Marky Mark comes up to here. Layla comes up to here, pushes Sadie out of her comfort zone to run for high school student president. When Sadie was actually running for a high school event not evangelical, environmental senator or something like that, which the teacher just let people throw food at her. Like, do I agree or think that, high school student council should have an explicit government position that teaches people to recycle? No. But do I think that should allow people to throw food at her? Again, also, no. So she was running for environmental rep. Sadie pushes her to go run for president. And that's why I call it democracy dies in dancing. So Sadie squares off against the longtime rival, the mean girl, Tiffany, which I don't even know why they're rivals. Okay, Tiffany's just like some TikToker who doesn't like her and Sadie doesn't like her either. No reason for this. And also, why is everyone named Tiffany mean? Tiffany Rockler, Tiffany Richter, Tiffany from Adventures in Odyssey. What is wrong with people named Tiffany? Are they all cursed to be mean? Anyway, Tiffany, Layla and Sadie are fierce rivals who sometimes kind of have to get together to do this anyway. Anyway, instead of having a normal election, right, there's like 15 kids in the school. Like, this is one thing that's wrong with this place. It's like, in most sitcoms, you're going to have, like, decent background people there. Like, even in PCA, Pacific Coast Academy, you had, like, even in the episode where they almost kicked out the girls from the school, and Zoe was about to sacrifice herself for all the people, you had at least 30 people standing out there. In this school, you only see 15 people at a time. 15 people. Anyway, the debate, they have an election day debate, and instead of debating over policy, over like, should people let people throw food at other people when they're running for environmental rep or something, so Tiffany goes up there, she says, vote for me. She's like super popular influencer to like 200 people, even though 15 people attend the school apparently, because those are the only people to show up to the debate. And like, Tiffany has her loyal sidekick. It's always this one loyal sidekick person or two loyal sidekicks. You know, like those little Secret Service agents that like girls walk around with, like who's popular or something, even though she's like really mean to everyone. And like, so Lele debates. I mean, not Lele, sorry. Tiffany debates, and Lele and Sadie get up there and start doing dancing. Oh, one, I forgot to mention this. Sadie, Lele can also like pause so she can freeze time for 60 seconds as well. And Sadie dances, and the principal just hands her the election. It doesn't make sense. What happened to democracy? Democracy just died in dancing. Like, by all logic, Tiffany should have won. Tiffany was more qualified. Tiffany was more outspoken. Tiffany was more outgoing. Okay, that's what you want to see from a student council president. Right? You don't want some student council president who's like a wimp and incompetent. Okay? Also, Sadie drove through a wall. Okay, so it's not like Sadie's like the most competent person of all time. So, like, yeah, if I was Tiffany, I'd also be mad too if, I ran for student council president and instead of, getting asked about, I guess, abortion policy, which is another stupid thing, but at least they didn't challenge me off to do a dance-off with these other people and be like, well, you lose. I mean, if I'm going to lose, I might as well lose going down in a blaze of glory. Now, Boombox Burgers is this quirky, nostalgic hub, and they have some rappers that come up there and do some competitions. And apparently the Alexander family is religious. And by religious, I mean they attend church once a month. And that church episode is like, okay, when they count offering, they count it in pennies, which is just like, how are you this poor? But also only 7 people show up to the church. Lele overheats, remember she's like a cell phone because she's like lying or something. And then she just dives into the baptism pool, which is just like right behind the pulpit for some reason. And the choir sings every word in the show. Like they never talk. Like when they're talking, they always singing. And by choir, I mean 3 people in choir robes. And the pastor is just like up there yapping. Like, just what church were they basing this off of? And it's pretty interesting show. There's no explicit content, so it's good though. Marky's funny, smart, plot relevant. The dad is goofy, but he's actually useful. He's not really useful over in like Lele and Sadie because it's more a show about them. He's more useful to his wife and to his other child, Marky, who he has to make sure doesn't like scam off the neighborhood. So if you don't care about democracy, but you want to see an interesting show, that girl Lele is interesting. It's not as fun as some of the other shows because the entire plot kind of gets old. With these teen sitcoms, having a good school cast is really key. It's really important. But like, there's only like 15 people at the school and one person that we talk to a lot other than Sadie and Layla, and that would be Tiffany. So it's just like, 2-on-1. Oh, I hate you. Ooh, wow, I hate you more. So, yeah, democracy has died in dancing. All right.